Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Day number 674, and quite a day it's been, quite a last 24 hours. Of course, everybody knows, well, everybody should know about the mass missile attack that happened throughout Ukraine over the last 24 hours. So tonight we're going to look at that closely. Of course, we're going to check on the giving. We're going to welcome all the new viewers. Tonight, listen, we're loaded. We are absolutely loaded. This is going to be the most intense live some of you've ever seen, because there are so many people giving now, so many people helping, so many people sharing the love, so many kind messages. All we can do is say thank you. Tonight, you're going to get a dose of reality for what you are supporting, and that is a big bundle of love. So thank you for that. Now, in regard to the giving campaign, I'm going to give you an update on that in just a moment. But before I do that, tonight, normal live King Raccoon. Legendario. You're going to get a King Raccoon sticker. We're going to get that joker to you once I get over there. Charlie, welcome to you. My friend Desade, welcome to you. Michael Tichonuk. Good evening. I was just advised by Amazon that the 2 IFAC kits ordered won't arrive until Wednesday. Should I cancel, or will the IFAC get there another way? No, please do not cancel any orders. So anybody watching right now or watching later on demand, if you have made orders and they arrive after January the 2nd, do not cancel them, because if you haven't seen what has come in already, you need to watch Dr. Gertis' 6-minute update. I'll show you that in a moment. I want to keep welcoming people. So I do not know the exact time, but we have an awesome team here, and we've already done this. We're experienced at this. We've got a organization donating to help us do the air freight. It will be going via the Ukrainian company Meast out of New Jersey. And we have experience in this, no problem. So I'm going to load what I can load. But folks, if I was to load everything you've purchased already, I would need the entire Airbus 350 or 747. You guys are doing an amazing job. Do not stop. Don't stop. Now, we are going to be focused on the giving campaign until January the 2nd. Now, after that, the links are going to stay there. And nothing's going to change. Of course, we'll mention it, but we are focused right now. And then we need to get there, distribute that aid. And what happens is we will begin to hear of more needs, see more needs. And at that point, we'll come up with another plan, maybe another push. I've received tons of emails, tons of messages. Could we do a monthly campaign? Could we do a bi-monthly or every couple of months campaign? Who knows what's going to happen? Because I promise you, we had no idea that this would happen. And I think we're just scratching the surface. So we're trying to do everything we can. I assume you guys understand, and I know you do. We've got a great, intelligent community here between all of these guys supporting Ukraine. This is not an easy undertaking. PK, Luann, all of our guys at our church, all the guys working, I honestly believe we're going to have to call in our whole town and do a community event to send out the air freight. I mean, it's just amazing. So to all of you tonight, you get this.
Slava Ukraini.
So that is for all of you, and thank you. Now, oh my goodness. Are y'all going to have to see the 51-year-old in action here? Vicky Stewart, you are an answer to prayer, brother. Well, Vicky, that goes 2 ways. You are as well. Thank you. Nate Fody, I'm trying to keep up with everything now. I'm out of my league. Janet Smith, Ricochet, Tim Ryder down there in Mississippi. I'm getting it in order now. Nate out there in California. Carl Elwell, good evening from Vegas. Mitch Ashdown up in Canada. Ricochet, good Air Force did a good job with air defenses last night, but I think Russia's buildup of missiles over summer and last night is the beginning. There's a limit to AD, meaning air defense, before oversaturation. That is correct. For those of you that are new here to the stream, Ricochet is one of our guys that have been here from the beginning. He is a military man, gives us a lot of good insight. He is correct. I can tell you guys right now, talking to Ukraine, talking to all our guys, it's going to be brutal in January, February, and March. And many people go, well, why would you go in January, February, and March? So that's easy. I want to go at the most difficult time because it's overwhelming. And you're going to see all of that tonight. So, Lynn Fireball, you and Harold down there in Virginia, welcome to you. Pat Shove, welcome to you. I got to put that one up. Paul Gu, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Paul Gude Deberitz. Hello from the ATP Drone Army in Oslo Oblast. Oslo. Wow. Welcome to our European Scandinavia? European friends up there in the way north. Paul, welcome to you. Leather Cat, love you. Bless you. JDO, another one of our moderators. Welcome to you. Peter, you did notice I am a pro golfer. Right there. Got my master shirt on tonight. Mocha Meadow, new viewer. I think I saw in the chat that you're from Pittsburgh. So welcome to you. Michael's, Greg, you truly inspiring. No, man, I just care. I just care. And you picked a fight with my friends and my family, literally. So you picked a fight with me. And I can tell you that if somebody picked a fight with us here in the U.S., my Ukrainian friends would have been here just like we do for them. They would be doing the stream, raising aid for us. They would be risking their lives to come over and help us. This is real Ukrainians. Yeah, this is awesome. Mocha Meadow. Truly, it's awesome. Everyone pulling together. Jamie Roca. Greetings from Utah. Glory to Ukraine. John Little, welcome to you. And I think I'm trying to catch up with you guys. Chuck Pinkham, San Jose, California. Cheryl Waitley, welcome to you. All right, so Mocha, you're asking some questions about 3D printing. Just send me an email. I'll give you some information on that. No problem. Paul Gilbert, he says, thanks for everything that you're doing for Ukraine. Absolutely, my friend. All right, guys, we're caught up now. I think I'm caught up enough. Malcolm Beals, I do have to say good morning to you. Malcolm has been with me since the beginning when we had nothing other than doing the work and doing it here and streaming to 20 people. Malcolm just found us somehow, and he's been very faithful. So, Malcolm, I salute you. Matt Leach Music, glory from Mendocino, California, Oblast. So, guys, if you don't know what that means, Oblast is actually the word for region. So when we talk about different regions in Ukraine, they're not actually called regions or states. Regions are subdivisions of Oblast. So if you think the United States, we have 50 states. They're called states. In Ukraine, they're basically called oblast. And you have Lviv and Khmelnytsky and Ternopil and Vinnytsia and Kyiv and all these different oblasts. So now to stand in solidarity with the Ukrainians, people are calling their cities oblast. So, okay, Mocha Meadow. Actually, I'm very happy about that. Not sure I found out about you other than you popped up on my screen. It's because we're finally hitting the algorithm. And it's all because of people like Johnny Pierce and Dr. Gertis and Warthog, soon to be Operator Starsky, Rick the Ukrainian. Everybody's working together because we all understand this is a war for all of us. All right. Welcome to all of you guys. Here's my wife popping in. I was taking my daughter to the airport and truck after truck today of deliveries. Such an overwhelming blessing to see. Yeah, you guys are awesome. So there we go. We have it. Now, if you want the numbers update, I'm going to give you this now, and it's right here. It's unbelievable. Amazon total sales in 4 days from you guys. $57,829.82.
Слава Україні!
Cash donations that have come in, $25,960.17. Cash donations via PayPal, $3,129.79 for a total, which is now wrong. This was the 4 o'clock total. We now probably pushing 90. So no words, guys. No words other than thank you, thank you, thank you. And here's the golden goose. If you stick around with me, and you are, because we're a team now, but if you stick around with me, you're going to watch what you have bought be put into the hands of soldiers, civilians, doctors, all on the front lines. You're going to witness it. And it's unbelievable. So there you go. The best is yet to come. So just our big push is until January 2nd. And I'm telling you, your stuff will get there. I promise you. And you will see it. All right, let's take a look at the current air raid alert. And of course, right now we're quiet. We were not quiet a couple of hours ago. In fact, there were air alarms all over the place, including Khmelnytsky, which is our home region, home oblast. Sorry, I teach you geography and then I do it wrong. So tonight you're going to get a reality of what you guys have joined up with and you really probably didn't know. So tonight I'm going to share that with you, and I think it will encourage you to share it with other people. I really do. And I really desire that. To be quite honest, I know that our staff here and all of our team are going to be overwhelmed with this shipment, but it's worth it. And we'll make it. Don't worry. What else can you say? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So thank you. BME, hello to you. Go hit the sack. Watch it in the morning. Because if you start watching now, you're going to stay awake because this gets pretty interesting. So we're going to take a look at the front lines really quick because Zhenya's going to give us the update. And I'm going to actually share with you also where things were struck. But it's the map of Ukraine laid out. This is Johnny's map that is in collaboration with others. And it's pretty tough. However, Ukraine has made some good advances on the southern front. Now, we come in, this is Kharkiv. We just go straight from the north around really quickly. And Kupiansk, pretty quiet. It's not quiet there, but very little movement. Unfortunately, Russia's pushing out into Tirny. And remember, I've told you guys to watch Torsk. Torsk is what we need to hold on to here. It's vitally important connection area between Torsk and Zarichny. You can see how these roads in the rural areas come together. These are like little twin towns there on the edge of a huge forest. We need to hold this. We come down to the Siversk Circle, Russia pushing a little bit on the south here. We come on down. We keep coming. This is New York. Bakhmut, right now, everything's pretty quiet. Klishivka, still, when I say quiet, the battles go on nonstop, but we're not having any movement over the last 24 hours there. Avdiivka, Ukraine's trying to hold this line here. And guys, right there, what you're seeing is the huge coke plant, not cocaine, coke as in coal, the largest coke plant in Ukraine. And right now, Ukraine is still holding it. This would be something similar to that of Azovstal. Not Azovstal was a steel. Azovstal. Azov region The Azov battalion, by the way, are very historical for hundreds of years. But Azov style, meaning Azov steel. So that was a steel plant. This is a coke plant. But the size of it, the scope of it, the battles that can happen there, sieges could be very similar. So we keep our eyes on that. It's a massive, massive place. So Avdiivka, of course, Marinka, gone, not our words, Zelensky, and now you see it quiet there. Russia will continue now to push up, as I've taught you guys, the river basins. That's their travel routes. Why? Because some of you guys are new here, and we've been doing this, these other updates so much on the giving campaign. If I show you this right here, this is coming out of Pervomaisk, and once again, you just see the villages along the rivers, along the river basins. Okay. Everything else is farming. So this is how the battle wants to go. Now, all of these farming fields here, you see everywhere, and they are massive. All of those are layered with artillery. Russia has shelled every bit of that meter by meter, and you'll be seeing it when we get over in Ukraine. We'll show you the reality of what is happening there. Last couple of things, we come down to the south. Ugledar, we support here. Everything's good. Veliki Novosilica, we support that. In fact, that is where we were going to when we flipped our truck last year in the winter. And no, we're not planning to flip the truck this year. Robitny, we're holding Robitny good, but Russia has tried to push back a little bit on the east side. Coming to the bank of the river, a couple of good pieces of news here. Ukraine, you may or may not know this, but we are still holding on to the head here in Krinky. And remember, let me collapse that. This is across from Tyaginka. This is the town we work in and base out of that's pretty much leveled now. But if you come down the river, this is a new establishment here. Ukraine has established a point here, and all right, I'll go ahead and give you some more stuff here. So this is Sadovi here, and right here is a huge bridge that got destroyed, gone. It's been rebuilt, but it's not usable. So when we're running these areas here, we run all of these cities on this bank. This is called the Ingolets River. And as you can see, like I'm teaching geography, all the towns are along the river. So we run aid to all of these cities. All of these cities are demolished. And then Avdiivka, and then you're into Kherson. So that's the update there. Massive attack, and we're going to get into that from last night. Much more important to deal with that today. So that's the Frontline update. Now, while all of the massive missile attacks are going on, while the front lines are engaged in battles going back and forth, where is President Zelensky? Where is President Zelensky? Remember he said, I need ammunition, not a ride? He is a leader of leaders. See, some of you thought I was going to be negative there. Heck no. Zelensky's the man. Zelensky's not a criminal. Zelensky doesn't have 200 billion in an account off the Canary Islands and 14 homes waiting for him. That is Russian propaganda that half of the United States believes and half of the world believes, and it's a bunch of trash. Where was Zelensky today? You ready for this? He was in Avdiivka, in one of the hottest places on the front line. We say, well, how do you know that? Because here's his statement tonight, standing in front of the sign behind him. Unless you can read Cyrillic, you won't know it, but it says Avdiivka.
I wish you health, respected Ukrainians, Ukrainian women. Avdiivka is our position, our guys. Ukraine defends its own here and protects all our people, as well as across the entire line on the front lines. Donetsk region, Kharkiv region, Zaporizhia, Kherson region, left bank. It is difficult. This is pain. This is loss. And these are people who bear the life of Ukraine on themselves. Life is fought here. We are grateful to all fighters, each soldier, sailor, sergeant. To every officer who endures this war, thank you to all you soldiers in Avdiivka, along with the team. We congratulated the soldiers on Christmas and New Year, everyone who is at ground zero, who protects our country. boundless gratitude to all relatives, every family of our heroes, and to everyone who helps, who works, so that the guys on the front have everything they need, to everyone in the world who believes in us, and who does everything so Ukraine can do more. We ask what is being decided in this war. We are defending our state. Glory to Ukraine.
There you've got it. That's a leader. So, guys, keep sharing the message. If you want to see a real leader, all you've got to do is look in Kyiv. And so I know the question some of you may have, okay, he's in Avdiivka. He didn't even have body armor on. Okay. Let me explain that to you. And I know you heard a little bit in the background that was outgoing. There are windows. We only deliver aid to the front line with military. Even if we're clothing civilians, feeding civilians, rescuing civilians, which you will see in just a few minutes, so you know where you are hitching your horse to right now. There are windows, and the military knows when, with relative certainty, the open windows of safety are to get to a certain position, whether it be the sign by Avdiivka. So he was not suicidal. He was not stupid. He was listening to the military. If you looked in the background, the military's everywhere. They knew exactly what he was doing. So that these soldiers on the front lines for Ukraine are the best soldiers in the world. And I'm an American, and I love my soldiers. My grandfather is a decorated World War II veteran who was on the Missouri Battle Group when Japan surrendered. He was also one of the American sailors standing on the destroyer in the Cuban Bay Missile Crisis when the Russian sub rose out of the water. That famous picture with the Americans standing there. He was one of them. I love my country. But I'm going to tell you right now, those Ukrainians are heroes, and they know what they're doing. We've just got to help them. Now, that's that. That's where Zelensky was. Now, mass attack. And I know you've read reports, you've probably watched Johnny talk about it or others talk about it. So for that, I've been so busy with you guys overwhelming me. And I did see something in the chat real quick. I'm going to address this at the end of the stream, but I want to address it now as well. Guys, like I had 100 emails and 300 comments, and I'm trying to get to all of them. And I will. I hit a big bunch tonight, this afternoon, evening. Just, I'll get to you. It's amazing. So thank you. I'm not ignoring anything. We'll get to you. So thank you. So with that said, let's learn the reality of what has happened, and listen to me closely. For those of you that are new, you're going to see Yevgen Matsutsa, short name Zhenya, personal name Zheka. You will get to know him over the next few months that I'm there with him. We'll be every step of the way together, and you will get to know him as Zheka. That's his nickname. He gives us the update tonight. And then at the end of him explaining to you what happened, his last 30 seconds are gold. Like gold. Get ready. Here he comes.
Just decided to start recording update. And what do we have here? Hello from Ukraine. Here's the short update about the attack on Ukraine this day from the Russian terrorist state on the Ukraine. So 30 civilians were killed by Russian terrorists by missiles, and more than 160 wounded civilians, all of them, including kids and old people. More than 100 private houses were destroyed. More than 45 high-rise buildings damaged, including churches, hospitals, schools, commercial and warehouses premises. So this is what we have. A little bit more numbers. Kharkiv, one of the places. It was a huge attack, different kind of missiles there, and people were killed there. 15 people injured. Regional oncology center was damaged, and the transport depot and port and enterprises. Kiev, it was a terrible night for Kiev and for whole Ukraine, but my relatives are in Kiev, and we were chatting all of that time, and it was scary, it was loudly, and it was terrible. So minimum 5 people died there who were killed by Russians, and more than 30 injured. Different kind of buildings, and 5 districts of the city were partly damaged. People lost their property, people lost their relatives, people lost their cars, and Dnipro, 6 people minimum died, 30 were injured minimum, and including one 1.5 year old child. The shopping center destroyed. Residential buildings damaged by debris. One of the sections of maternity ward was destroyed, but praise God, no one was injured. Patients and the medical personnel managed to take shelter, and here's a video of it, how it looked like.
Russian terrorist army wanted to kill babies and their mothers in a maternity hospital, but they couldn't. Praise God, all of them were evacuated just in time and saved life.
Zaporizhia, Russian army launched 10 missile strikes on Zaporizhia. 5 people minimum on the morning it was killed, and about 15 injured. 2 private houses was completely destroyed. Windows were broken, and 90 high-rise buildings, educational institution and a hospital, garages, gas station, and the hotel buildings were also damaged. Terrible night as well had Odessa. In Odessa, from the late evening, let's say night, until the morning, it was a terrible night because it was a mixture of attack of the drones and the missiles, different kinds. About 5 people killed, so I remember about 30 injured. Then 3 rockets hit residential buildings in Odessa. Then Smila, Cherkasky region. Russian terrorists destroyed and damaged 51 private houses with a rocket, and 9 local victims were injured. So you can look at this. Smila or Smela. Lviv. As well were killed people by Russians, about 30 were injured, 25-30. There are partial destruction of the 13 high-rise building and educational institution. Shurlev damaged car. Konotop, the other place in Ukraine. There were 5 hits, 3 people were injured, about 10 houses and a service station and a burned out car were damaged. Several boiler houses were also damaged, street lighting malfunctioned. So it was the biggest attack on civilians during the war. Russia used all kind of missiles that had the rockets, but not caliber. The rest were used, and about
87 were shot down by Ukrainian air defense system. Thank you, guys.
Don't even, I cannot imagine what we would have if not the high quality work of our guys. This is what we had. But what else I want to share? I decided to visit the official website of United Nations organization, and what I found. So on the Russian language, it was news, and I will quote. It says, the December 29, 2023, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres strongly condemned the Russian Federation's large-scale attack on Ukrainian cities and towns on the night of December 29. Then I decided to check the other languages. You know how many news on the first page were about that attack? 0. Not in English, not in Chinese, not in French, not in Spanish. 0. Like nothing is happened. And they are encouraging people, let's make 2024 like the year of unity, and we will, United Nations will continue to unify people and fighting for their peace. So 0 news about Ukraine, about genocide, about the crimes of Russia. And I really would wish for world would check and see why that organization still exists and what for, the question. It's my personal question, but it seems to me a lot of people may ask it. One more time, thank you for support. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for the gifts to soldiers with the tactical medicine. Helping our soldiers to fight for own land by helping us buying drones. Thank you. I decided to add this news. So during that attack, one of the Russian missile, got to the Polish territory, and which is a country, the part of NATO. And what was the feedback or answer of the Poland or NATO? You can find it, and the right answer is Poland condemned it and demands not to do it anymore. Shortly like that.
So there you have it, guys. That's Zhenya, and you will get to know him very well. So that's the reality of what happened. I was talking to him. I said, Bud, I'm so overwhelmed with the generosity of people. I've got to stay focused on this. And tonight, I really want to focus on people understanding, because 90% of people watching now and supporting and becoming a part of this team with all the others we're collaborating with have no idea who we are and what we do. And we're going to take an opportunity tonight so that you're going to know what you're supporting and what you're a part of. So Zhenya did the update there. Now, I do want to do this for you guys, just so you understand, because many of you here may not know the geography of Ukraine. So this is where the missiles hit. And yes, maternity wards. I saw the comments in there where people were injured. It's bad, guys. It's bad. So Kharkiv was hit. Dnipro was hit. Kyiv was hit. Zaporizhia was hit. Smila is right here in the middle of the nation, right outside Cherkasy. Konotop, that may be a city you do not know where it's at, but it's actually in the Sumy Oblast, and it's up here in the north. That's Konotop. It's like a regional, I don't want to call it a city, it's a small city, regional small city. Lviv, way over here, and Odessa. So everywhere was hit. So that's the geography of that. And let's see. Lviv, Kiev, Konotop, Kharkiv, Dnipro, Zaporizhia, Smila, Odessa. You'll be in all of those cities with us, and you'll see them all here very soon. All right, let's do this now, guys. I invite you for the next 15 minutes. They hit Lviv from Belarus. No, they hit it from an airplane. They were launched from planes. This is reality. And I just decided tonight, it's Friday night. Hopefully you guys have a little extra time just for a few minutes here. And it's try to make it an hour, maybe longer in Ukraine, but it'll be completely different. But it'll be more. We'll have videos we upload and lives we do. But you really need to understand how grateful we are for you. How grateful we are that you're here chatting and you're talking. You guys don't understand our connections, but you're learning. Lots of soldiers on the front lines go and watch this, and many of them cannot read English. They can read Ukrainian and Russian, but they just look and they see little hearts, and that's what they do. They may be on a 3-day rotation where they're resting 72 hours because they've been out for 72 hours, and they're relaxed and they're watching support videos, and every piece of this is vitally important. So as we're preparing to leave and go there and take you with us, you need to know where you're going and what you're a part of. So thank you. So it's time for reality. This is what you're supporting. This was a little warmer time in the year. We not only provide aid to the military and the projects that we are now doing, tourniquets. You do realize some of the tourniquets that you guys have purchased will be taken off of a soldier and put onto a civilian when they've been hit, and they're saving their lives with that tourniquet. The chest seals, the thermals, the gloves, the balaclavas. It's so cold there. This video I'm going to show you now is another part of what we do. We not only do all of that, we also run massive amounts of food into villages that are cut off and have nothing. You help that through your financial donations, because we buy all that food inside Ukraine. That's the easiest, the most economical way to do it. We do have donations. We've partnered with Samaritan's Purse. I got videos on that. You can go back and see that. There's a lot of stuff that we do that the world's just waking up to, and we're very grateful. So we started literally with bags of food in a little trailer pulled behind a white van. That's how we started. Here, I'm voicing it over for you. Granny. All right, I'll help her. All right, well, we're going that way. Hold on, I have to pause because, disclaimer, every video you're going to see, there's 3 clips I'm going to show you. Excuse me, but I was 50 pounds fatter. 50. And, didn't have those guns ready for the Ukraine for this trip. But now I can outrun Zhenya, and that's all that's important. So ignore my fat self. I'm much better now. All right, go ahead. I'm with you. Let's get going. I've got her. No problem. I'm going to go with you. Are you living okay? Normal. When they're not shooting at me? But when they're shooting, where do I go to? Where can I run to? Maybe let me take your second bag there. Thank you. I didn't see that you had 2 bags. I would have helped right away. Nah, I can still carry them. No problem. We're here to help you. Oh, that's good. That's good. And I will confirm you guys are helping us. Listen, I know this is not the kindest thing in the world, but how old are you? I'm 81 years old. Yeah?
She's 81 years old.
Wow. Well, I survived one war, and now I'm in a second war.
This is the second.
Now we can't buy medicine. There's nothing for us. You know, you have to take care of your bodies while you're living, and we can't buy anything. There's no medicine available. And before this, we didn't live poor. We had things to eat. We were happy. We were healthy. Where did this war come from? Why do we have this war? Man, where do you live? You live in Kiev. Your house is way far. No, I don't live in Kiev. I just live right up here. It's real close. There's my house. I've got everything I need. Listen, son, put the bags right here. Well, maybe I should put them at your front door. Okay, that'll be awesome. Let's make it so. Bring it to my front door. Come on, come on. Just hold on, son. Let me get the gate. All right, son. You come with me. Oh, thank you so much. May God give you great happiness. Wow, your house is very beautiful. You have grapes. Oh, this is wonderful. All right, I've got to sit down, young man, because I can't go any further. So take your camera and just take a picture of us sitting here on the doorstep. Oh, thank you. Let's sit here and take a picture.
Okay, those bags were heavy.
Okay, those bags are heavy. Well, of course they're heavy. Got a lot of stuff in them.
Bags were heavy.
Listen, I don't understand what you're saying. If you speak to me in English, speak Russian. Well, I was telling you your bags were heavy. All right, then. But we made it here. We've got great products for you, and everything's wonderful. Oh, thank you so much, son. Is this your husband? No, that's my brother. What are you, crazy? What's your name, man? Jora. My name's Greg. It's nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. That's my brother, not my husband. Listen, I brought him some food, too. Thank you. Thank you again. Listen, when you leave, grab some grapes and take them with you. Is it good? Of course it is. Go try some.
She wants us to try the grapes.
All right. So there you have it. So guys, this is what you're supporting. Now you may ask, okay, where was that? I can tell you very easily. Right there. That was very close to the river. Mykolaiv, Kherson, that was formerly occupied. It was very, very close. She was talking about the bullets flying. So that's that. So now, 2 more clips. The next one is in the very east. And this is going to be way east. Way east. We are embedded here with Wolfpack. The Wolfpack has moved, so I can say it. And we then run aid to a village that had been completely cut off, had 700 people, and ended up with 30 people. Some of those run away, moved out, and many were killed. Ricochet, thank you for that $10 super chat to buy candy bars. Don't you worry, buddy. Not running out of candy bars this time. And I saw Trident earlier with your super chat. Thank you so much. Ricochet knows. He's been with me since the beginning. Every village we go into, we have to be loaded with chocolate bars for the kids. And you say, well, why are the kids there? They're everywhere, guys. They're everywhere. And you're going to see it. Now, here it is. Very east. Very east. This truck is fully loaded and we'll be heading to a position of our soldiers that are buried in their trenches, fighting right on the exact front. So once again, thank you to all. This is all I can show you, under a tree and loaded. Thank you all for helping. You can see it. It's happening right in front of your eyes.
ППС.
PPS?
Сюда его.
Oh, PPSH 41.
Не ППШ, а
Да.
ППС.
Oh, okay. Я знаю exactly. Да. 9 миллиметров. 9.
Ну,
Это 9.
сейчас 9 миллиметров.
Сейчас 9.
Ствол переделанный, потому что тут пуля идет
Any comments?
Well, the comments is when you...
оригинальная пуля идет от ТТ. Пистолет ТТ.
Да.
А тут переделали под 9 миллиметровый. Да.
Да. Конечно. This is a very classic weapon. It's a PPSH 41. For all of you COD players, you'll know what this is. But the beautiful thing about it is, дай руку. Just right, no, your hand. You see, guys, we're getting the gloves here to help these guys. And these it's a PPSH 41. It's kind of a nice gift when the commander's given.
Ну, это так.
Я знаю, что это.
Украинская армия не воюет этим.
Я понял, но это крутая
We're just talking about the
Это
gun.
символ.
Это символ, да. No,
He carries it as a symbol because
and
he's the
I will tell
commander.
you, I know you're off camera, but
Я знаю, что вы поза
and I know you
камерою.
understand some English. All our guys that are watching and being a part of this,
Всі, хто підтримують,
we will support you until the end.
будемо підтримувати до кінця.
Для нас
So,
це важливо.
You gave us a great honor by allowing us to come to your positions and spend an evening embedded with you, and we've supplied, and it's just the beginning. Now we имеем отношения, we have relationship. You know why we're here, we know why you're here, and it's just going to be our joy to serve.
Ви знаєте, чому ми тут? Чому ви
Дякуємо за допомогу. Цю безпосередньо і в твоїй особі американському народу.
Ми вас любимо.
Хімерси, Старлінки і багато другого.
American nation.
I'm
Яке потрібно нам для
In your
перемоги.
face,
Так.
in your face. We
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome. We
need
love
it.
you. Just trying to give you guys an experience of the front. Я буду. They've given me even more permission to back up a little bit. You can see the bullet holes. All of this is an armored vehicle. We're getting ready to make a run and deliver some food packets to a place that has no food, no light, no water. We've been given special permission and doing a quick tire job here. And away we go. But folks, I don't know how much more real it gets than this, but these guys are awesome, providing us phenomenal security. We're body armored up, and we're helping them. Well, we've had an incredible day with these soldiers. Very thankful. And now we're going to make a run to deliver food packs to a village that is completely cut off. And when we say completely cut off, this one means completely cut off. No electricity, no water, no power, and there will be none. We're extremely close. There's very active sounds all around us. We're following some military guys.
Добрий.
Да. This lady just walks out while we're doing this.
Ага. То давайте ми відгрузимо і поїдемо.
Быстро.
А мне Люба звонит, говорит, не приедут, не пропускали.
Мы вас любим. Все хорошо.
Всё
Мы
хорошо.
помогаем очень быстро.
Remember this
Спасибо.
lady's face. Remember her. There's our food packets from the beginning.
Старились.
Все хорошо. День
Remember
добрый.
this lady.
Сюда.
Добрый день.
Добрый день.
Мы вас любим.
Мы вас тоже
Да.
любим.
Я из Америки. И я хочу, чтобы ты знала, мы очень вас
From America, I
любим.
want you to know we
И
love
мы
you. We're going to
стоим
help and stand with
вместе.
you.
Хорошо? Мы слышали.
We hear. We hear. Pray for me.
Lord,
Pray
we just
for me.
thank you for touching her. Все будет хорошо. Окей? Все будет хорошо.
Everything will
Пищу,
be okay.
помочь, любовь.
Food, help, love,
Все.
whatever you need.
Иди сюда, собачка. Хорошо. И у меня будет просьба, это с кем вы общались, и потом... Окей. Понял? Сколько лет тебе?
68.
68. 68 years old. Очень crazy время. Crazy.
Very strange
Уникальное
time.
время. Но
Very unique.
победы будет, перемога.
But we're gonna win.
Да?
Да, ждем.
100%. Мы ждем, да?
Ждем, конечно. Мы
We're waiting. We're waiting. We're not here. We're not leaving.
уезжаем, видишь.
Да. Мы...
You got to come back to us.
Бог с нами.
Да,
Бог с нами.
да. Вот, видишь,
Все
You hear
хорошо.
that?
как у нас
That's
тут
all I
такое.
hear.
Что мы
nonstop.
сделаем?
Мы
Мы...
такое переносим тут. А
We're
такие
just
выстрелы.
every day.
Все хорошо.
Спасибо большое, конечно.
What strong ladies. Holy moly.
That was the next house beside it.
Очень сложно.
Очень сложно, да.
It's very difficult here.
Мы были каждый фронт.
2 days ago, we were
Два
near
дня
Kherson.
назад мы были в Херсон.
We go to all the front
И
lines. And it's
тоже-
just like here.
Это место одинаково, как вы. И каждый на фронте. Все хорошо. Все хорошо.
She's saying it's normal. It's nonstop.
Хорошо.
Каждый человек
That's
нужен
all
помочь.
outgoing. That's all outgoing.
Все.
Спасибо, ребята.
Окей. Божье благослови.
И вам удачи, ребята.
Да, дякую. Мы будем обратно.
We will be back.
Слава Богу.
Слава, да.
Слава Украина.
Слава Украине.
И героям слава.
Героям слава.
Мы не забыт. Мы будем
We will
обратно.
not forget you, lady. We'll be back.
Крутая.
Хорошо, Галина, я сейчас сюда беру.
Now here's incoming.
О,
Стараемся.
Галина, это у нас какой?
какое село? Имя.
Райгородок.
Рай.
Городок.
Listen,
Райгородок.
Док.
О,
Это Верхняя Балка.
this lady even knows what's flying in the air. Мы вас любим. Мы
thank you
будем
very
обратно.
much, Grish. We'll be back.
Мы
We'll be
будем
back.
обратно. Пока-пока. Да, пока-пока.
Goodbye, goodbye. So the lady in the red hair there is actually the mayor. There's only about 30 people left there. They had no food, no light, no water. We promised them we would be back. So if you want to know what you're connected to here or you're discovering, this is it, you know, and it's, I told you to remember those ladies. We went back not twice, 3 times. A lady. And we will be back a 4th. I'll be back and take care of my grannies. They are in a very difficult village now. It will probably be even worse because the war's creeping closer to where they're at. And I just can't tell you exactly. It's just close and east. We go back. And this is the last clip I'll show you, but you got the flavor now, guys. We go back and the little redheaded lady that came running out, she was actually the mayor. Now, all tight buddies. And I go back with Andrew Kimmel. Andrew Kimmel is an executive producer for Shark Tank, Bachelor and Bachelorette. You may not know this story, but it's a Friday night, so I'll tell you this story. Guys, I'm seeing your super chats. Thank you. They're going straight to Ukraine. Chocolate candy. I see emails. I see everything over here. I'm just, this is what I'm looking at, guys, and it's little, where's my button at? So I'm trying to watch that stuff there and here and all of this. I need my kids to come up here and help me is what I need. I need my kids to come up here and help me. But Andrew Kimmel, producer, he is a wonderful human being and now a very good friend of mine. He's a big time Hollywood producer. He was in Kyiv, Ukraine. And here's what he does. You can go looking up on Twitter, whatever, Andrew Kimmel. When he is not responsible for shooting Shark Tank and Big Brother, Bachelor and Bachelorette, those programs, and we're riding around Ukraine for a week and his phone will ring and it's Mark Cuban or one of those other people. I mean, he's up there. He called me out of the blue. I was in Ukraine and he messaged me first and then we called, but he messaged me, he says, man, I just saw your video on YouTube and you're here and nobody knows what you're doing. And I'm in Kyiv right now, and all the guys that are saying they're on the front line are actually in Kyiv at the Intercontinental, standing in front of a green screen. Please take me to the front. This is who I am, and I want to help spread the message and get it into my circle of Hollywood of what you're doing. So I didn't believe him. I thought he was a bot. I said, okay, send me your passport image. And he did. So I sent it to my military buddies. I said, check this guy out. They said, okay. So they sent it back to me and says, he's legit. He's here. He's an American. He is who he says he is. And he crossed this border into Ukraine at this time on this day. So I called him back. I said, so Andrew, you crossed at Ravaruska border on this date at this time? He goes, how'd you know that? I said, I got friends. He goes, that's me. I said, all right. If you show up in Khmelnytsky, which was about a 4-hour train ride for him, I'll take you to the front line. We now have a friendship. That man ran the entire front lines with us and had his world rocked. You will hear him speaking here. We took him to the grannies and he was doing a documentary. Here you go. We go back to the granny and get ready for the truth bomb. Here it comes.
Thank you, everybody in the world, for your concern for us. We are such tiny little people. Thank you very much also to the American people, all the volunteers, Zhenya, for your care. Thank you very much, everyone, from the bottom of my heart, and I bow to all of you. Stay healthy, and may God bless you all. And may a guardian angel be with you on your journeys.
And does she have, I know we have to leave, but a message, about what's happening here to the United States?
This is Andrew talking.
The world, what's happening.
Please tell the world a message.
Listen, would you mind telling the people who've never heard what is really going on, what's happening here in Ukraine? Tell them about it. Maybe there's people that only listen to Russian propaganda of the United States. Tell them the truth, because now look over here, because he's making a documentary. Well, I told Andre about all these explosions here. All right, tell us one more time. Andrew, I showed you and told you where the explosions were here. The arrivals came into our neighbor's house, and there was a direct hit on this house. It was very difficult. And for the months of June and July, we never came out of our basements one time. We lived in the basements. Zhenya asked, from where? Who shot at you? What do you mean from where? Russia. They shot at us from the river. From the river, they were shooting at us. You can see the way, the angle of the shell. is laying on the ground. It came from them. They shot at us. It's not Ukraine. It's not our Ukrainians who are shelling us. It's all coming from over there. It's coming from Russia. And it was very tough. But it's okay. We survived. And we will survive. We didn't have any lights for 5 months. We didn't have any electricity. We didn't have any water. We had very little food. Only a little deliveries. What could we do? We had to have stoves and make fires. We cooked our meals with firewood like a picnic. We cooked our meal on campfires. But unfortunately, the picnic was at home. It was at our house. But you're telling the truth, just like it was. Yes, it was. Where's the grannies? It was very difficult. It started here in April, but good job, the Americans. Biden, been a lot of help to us. Thank you. You're giving us weapons, and I'm all for it. I just want this war to be over as soon as possible because so many people are suffering. That's the problem. People are suffering. Not their military. The Russians are not suffering there. It's Ukraine that suffers. And let me ask you, what are we suffering for? For what? For their political ambitions? Right. Am I telling you the truth? And who are we? We are the little nation, the little people who feed the many people of the world. And our rulers and everyone else, we have good people. And thanks to the labor of Ukraine, we've made a good nation for ourselves. And we share with other people. And we have fields and we have plants and we have factories. We feed the world and we help everybody. And everybody says Donbass is not a good place. Oh, why do they say that? Donbass was a very progressive region. We had many mines here and many factories and industry. In Kramatorsk, so many factories there. In Slavyansk, so many factories there. And now, none, zero. They're all gone. We had our own chalk mine in the village. And a lot of chalk was extracted from there. And then this chalk was added to powder, and they make baking soda with it. We used to make everything, but now we have nothing. Right on the way out, you'll be going by the salt mine. We pulled a very highly salty liquid out of the ground. It evaporated, and we took the salt, and that salt went all over Ukraine and the world. This is an industrial region, and they say Donbass is nothing. What is Donbass? That's what they say. Well, let me tell you, we're suffering right here. We were born here in Donbass, and we will stay here in Donbass. We're not going anywhere. This is our homeland. 100%. Thank you so much. Man, it was very strong what you just said. And you were right. And we love you. And we thank you so much. We stand with you together until the end. No. We stand with you. You don't stand with us. We're a team and we love you. You know that? Of course we know it. And we will see you again very soon. See you next time. Bless you, bless you. Bye. Okay, we're leaving. We've got to go. Zhenya saying the main thing is don't give up. Keep holding on. We're going into a victory. Hang on. We'll see you next time. Bye. All right, we're going.
So quite a powerful moment there as Granny dropping the truth on the war in Ukraine. You know, where else is a better place to get the truth? Do you want it from some Western journalist who doesn't know anything about Ukrainian culture? Sorry, had to add that piece in there. So, yes, we're going back to those grannies. And yes, we were the only ones getting aid to them. And yes, how brilliant is, we will call her Granny Mayor. How brilliant. Did you hear her explanation? Now, for those of you in here that do not understand Russian or Ukrainian, she was not speaking Ukrainian. Zero. That's why I could speak to her freely. She was speaking Russian. In fact, the soldier earlier was speaking Russian. In fact, every video you heard tonight, they were speaking Russian. And what were they saying? The Russians are attacking us. It's our homeland. It's our country. The Ukrainians, our Ukrainians are not attacking us. We're being attacked from those Russians. The truth. I mean, that lady, poof, incredible. Incredible. So that's where we're at, guys, on this Friday night. I want to thank you for being here. It's just amazing. I see the super chats. I know many of you said don't worry about it, but let me tell you something. And many of you, you're doing that, and then you say, well, I'm going to send something else. Thank you. It's all going there. Trying to get tyrants. Yeah, we'll be chatting, buddy. Ricochet, candy bars. You know it, bud. John Little, may God continue to protect you and all your friends helping Ukraine. Yes, sir. Mocha Meadow. Yep, send me an email. Michael Michaels, hello from New Zealand. Good morning to you, sir. Nurse Sean, don't bother responding. More's on the way without a YouTube cut. No, I'm going to respond. Malcolm Beals, 10 pounds for the children. Let me tell you something. I will never be out of chocolate again. That was a tough night. And for those of you that have been around a long time, you know that night. I ran out of chocolate bars. That will never happen again. So thank you for being here, guys. That's what we do, and that's what you do. Whew. I think that's it. Yes. Now, last thing. Sorry. Upcoming schedule. I leave on Tuesday for Ukraine, and I have packed 0 because Dr. Gertis had this idea to help Ukraine, and it exploded. And it's awesome. So upcoming schedule. Tomorrow, Saturday, the next day, Sunday, there will be updates pre-recorded from Dr. Gertis or myself in regard to the giving. We're going to continue to do those updates through January the 2nd. After that, you're going to be watching your gifts be in action. And listen, if they're arriving January 3rd, January 4th, January 5th, it's okay. We are going to airship it over, make sure we've got everything. We're not going to miss anything. On Monday night, I will be live again the night before we leave, or I leave rather, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, if anything goes crazy or sideways, we'll always jump on here live. And then Tuesday, on the way to Ukraine. What is the new campaign by Dr. Gertis? I wish to know more. Wow, I love that question. Spasiba, Tim Ryder. I would say to that, nice Russian, I would say, пожалуйста. All right. So maybe you're here and you're just jumping on because there's a lot of people on here tonight. Dr. Gertis, big streamer for Ukraine, brilliant man, came up with this idea just like 5 or 6 days ago. Greg, we need to do something joint and buy a few products. You're heading over to Ukraine, raise a little money and support Ukraine. And let's do it as a Christmas campaign. That was his idea. So on Christmas, in the early afternoon, came out with a video together saying this is what we want to do, and we're going to partner together. Over the last 4 days, we've partnered with Johnny Pierce, Rick, the Ukrainian we're partnering with, Warthog. Next week, I will be planning to have dinner with Rick, the Ukrainian, and Operator Starsky. It's unbelievable. We're getting some other things in the pipeline. So we're making a push for raising resources to help. We did not expect to happen what has happened, but I still have this page up. So in 4 days, the world, all of you guys, have bought $57,829.82 worth of products on Amazon through our Amazon shopping list. All the links are in the description. Cash donations, $25,960.17. Cash donations via PayPal, $3,129.79 for a total $86,919. Incredible. And as of right now, I would guarantee it's at 90,000. I'm sure. So tomorrow, we're being transparent with everything. You'll get an update tomorrow. You'll get an update Sunday. you'll get an update Monday, you'll get an update Tuesday. Once that ends, the links will stay there. You can give, you can do whatever you want, support Ukraine. But at that point, we want you to participate in the love that you're sharing with Ukraine. And every day we'll be online. We'll be, of course, doing stuff all the time. We'll also be getting on with Dr. Gertis or Johnny or whoever. This is a team effort to make a huge difference. And we've got a huge team, our great team here through our church here at Bethel in Greenville, Pennsylvania. All of the team that makes it happen. It's a lot of people, and it's going to be a lot of people for this shipment. And all of you guys around the world, we're one huge team, and we want to say thank you. So you guys be blessed, and that's the schedule. Ricochet, hopefully he remembers how to wear his front plate. Yeah, so, when you get these military guys in here, and I'm over there running around, staying out of the way of the incomings, and then my guys say, Greg, your plates are on wrong. You need to fix it. But by the way, JDO, at that point, I was 50, maybe 55 pounds heavier. Plates wouldn't even fit. But they're going to fit this time. Going to be looking good. So you guys be blessed. This has been an incredible week, and we're not done yet. We're going to push it through January 2nd, and then we're rolling. You guys be blessed. Have a good night. Next update tomorrow. Good night.
Slava Ukraini!